Isn't that just beautiful? Look at that. That's poetry in motion right there. Yeah, I'm here at a much bigger show than I thought it would be here in Laval, Quebec. Like I just got here. I was just assessing everything and figure out where to start to make this video. I think I'm going to be able to meet one of my fans today, and I'm also subscribed to his channel as well. That is a terrific display. Very nice. Interesting with that Kool-Aid wrap there. Amazing, hey? These Bud cars are still in service. A lot of them. They were really made to last, and I can't imagine how much one of these... Well, they're not a HO scale, they're a larger scale. I don't know what it's called, G or N or whatever. It's just beautiful. Fantastic hobby, and the thing I noticed right away is when you look at all these people here, the guys that are into this, they're all, oh my God, they're all like 50 and over easily. It really was always a hobby, like trains, model cars, die-cast plastic. It was really more for their representation of their era when it was really normal and popular to be into this stuff. And it still is today, but it's not, unfortunately, with really younger people. It's not anybody who's much younger. They just, you know, now it's video games. Everything today is virtual, so it's just, it is what it is, you know. So I guess it's all the more reason why I'm happy to come make a video of all the stuff that's here. Look, check this out. That's cool. I've never seen that before. Look at this. One engine, two engines running, three engines. 4 engines, and that CN is on a brake. Looks like that's a big scale too, and they come even bigger than that. Check that out. What a trip. You see that? That's the kid in us that refuses to die, you know. It's just you get older, but the brain stays. And the gentleman, he knows what I'm talking about. Look at these babies. How much do you think just one of these pieces costs? You know? Complete with dust. It's for realism. That's amazing. It's just... I'm just glad to come to see this. I mean, I love to look at everything, but... I mean, model railroading... When I was a kid, I had a train set. I mentioned it, you know? And I just wish it had lasted, but... You know, you get older, you get into your teens, and... You know, like these two over here, and you change interests. You know, look, there's right up my alley right here. Look at this Buick ad over here, 51, 52. Somebody did a good job on this guy, doing a kind of a framing thing. It's neat. Lots of books on trains and signatures in steel. Lots of vendors here. Hopefully I won't see anything I like, because I can't afford anything right now. I'm lucky I can actually pay myself $10 to come and see this collection here. Got a bunch of various types of models here. Actually, these look like they were made by hand, like a model I have at home that was given to me. No, they're tin. They're tin toys, as they're known. Yeah, cool stuff. So let's see what else we got here. There's a really beautiful print here, eh? Somewhere in Europe, probably. Maybe not even Europe. Maybe it's, who knows? Could be in China, Philippines. I don't know.
$1, $2, whatever you want. I'm just trying to get rid of this.
Look at that big CN. That's a high hood. I think that's a high hood Alco. Yeah. Yeah, coming down the line, the virtual line. And where did I see one of those? At Expo Rail. Got the sound. Very nice. Well, my hat's off to everybody who put all this together and display and come and bring their stuff and setting it up. It's really cool. It's great to see this stuff. You know, that's the trouble. A lot of times when you become an adult from, you can become, you're an adolescent and turn into an adult. You just, maybe you were into this stuff like I was, and you just forget about it. You know, your interests change. You have friends that change your interests, and yeah, it's just, you know, things happen. I mean, you know, you go to school, you have a career or whatever. You know, there was one thing with me though. I always loved was cars. I always loved old cars. Look at this, Drug Busters. Drug Busters, I love it. That's great. That's a good book. That's a serious boat and law enforcement enthusiast. Eh? Don't mind me. I'm just looking around. I'm distracted by everything. So, si vous êtes français anglais, je peux parler des deux. Y a pas de problème. Look at that. My miniature apparatuses. Very nice collection, sir. I had a collection too, but what can I tell you? It's too much when you're in a 4.5, you know. But it's fun to look. Look at that, Go Train. I think they're Go Train. No, sorry, that's European. It looks to me like Swiss or something. I don't know. Those look like Paris Metros almost. All this stuff is vintage, actually. All this stuff is very vintage. What is that? It looks like Paris Metro, eh? European though. Yes. This is a lifelong collection, eh? Very nice. Look at that. There's an Alco right there. That looks like an Alco. Oh, that's from the gentleman. Right on. There's some buses. I didn't even notice the buses. Look, there's some buses there. It's funny because everything's European. Look at that, eh? There's a nice CP. That's an Alco right there. You know what's good? When you go to a venue like this, you could probably find yourself some good deals, because a lot of these guys, they want to get rid of some of this stuff. It's too much, because I know I'm a collector, and when you collect, it becomes an obsession. It's too much, and at one point you want to get rid of a lot of stuff. But some people, they sell things, or they don't sell anything because they're priced too high. You have to, you know, you're gonna have to find a way to a middle ground, I guess. You know. Look at that, 2 train sets going on at the same time. More vintage stuff. Model railroad magazines. Look at that. That's something else, eh? Ah, what a time. Girder Bridge. Ooh, look at that. Very vintage. That looks like at least 50s. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, by the way. Don't make comments about this and that, and you know, like I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an expert in model railroading. The lady is standing behind this stuff. She's smiling. You know, she knows what I mean. Because I know you foamers, you guys are worse than me even. So, you know, all the locomotives and all their history. And look at this. I don't know what scale. I think this is N scale, eh? Look at that. How small that is. Just to give you an idea. Here's my thumb. Beautiful layout. That's smart. I like how they put this overhang of the glass here, so don't, you know, no little kid comes in and sticks their hand in it like they're sticking their hand in an aquarium or something. Actually, this looks like a setup I saw at the Canadian Railway Museum. Expo Rail. That's cool. Look at that with the lights on inside. Very neat. Geez, you know, you could use this kind of a set for like a Christmas display in a department store. It's so well done. Look at all the lighting. I cannot imagine the amount of hours that went into that. It's like, really. The other one standing by. Let's zoom in a bit on that. It's like your Main Street USA or Canada. Trucking depot. BNSF engine there. Yeah, that's amazing. Even got a kind of a scenic background there. I mean, the thousands of dollars alone that go into this alone, which is not even as big as some sets I've seen, you know, in real life or even on YouTube. On YouTube, I've seen some things that are just diabolical. Like, it's just the whole room, and then it goes into levels. I mean, it's just, see, where there's a will, there's a way, but you gotta have the capital to back it up too, you know. It's not just sacrificing many hours and stuff. That's love, like anything. You know, that's got to be the busiest street scene I've ever seen in a train set. Not that I've seen tons of them, but that's really fantastic. Fantastic, guys, really. Fantastic. Anyway, moving along here. More Lionel stuff here. 50% off. 50% off. That sounds cheap. Considering Lionel, it's not exactly cheap. Look at that. You got your engine open there. One of these days, if I ever have a ton of money, I want to buy like a collection like that, a whole complete train, and then you start from there. You buy some tracks, and then you start. You're planning out in your head where you're going to make it. Oh, look at this. We have a speed demon going faster than me with this wheel loader here. He's going to go down in Montreal and join the Coens of construction and at all the dump trucks. That's a beauty, eh?
Hey, j'ai le camion pour ça, puis la flotte, camion.
Cool. Hey, look at this. Oh man, these are probably the most expensive, if I'm right, these are the most expensive vintage pressed steel trucks you could get. These ones here, they're worth hundreds. Some of them could be even more than that.
Ça, c'est 100 piastres.
Wow, these are restored, eh? Look at that. Oh my God. This one's more modern. This is from the 70s or 80s. Yeah, we're in a school here, eh? You can tell. This is how you know. Look at this. Imagine when I was a kid. In my high school, you wouldn't see any art anywhere. I think there was maybe one wall that had maybe some sort of a mural on it. That was it. You know, this reminds me when I was a kid, I think I got it at the Bay downtown, I think from Christmas or something, or money's from Christmas, and it was a Mack Allied truck, semi. Ooh, look, there's a new look. Oh. 50 bucks, holy mackerel. 50 bucks for this tiny little model, which is made for train sets. Look, I'll do the Detroit. Look, there's a few of them actually. Oh, this guy's got a lot of them. Even Udisco probably doesn't even have any. Ça va bien? Ouais, je regardais, j'étais en train d'examiner vos new look ici.
D'autobus?
Les autobus les plus fameux jamais construits.
Oui, ça, les GM New Look. Oui.
Made between 1959 and 1986.
Oh oui, c'était des tough.
Gauge? C'est au gauge?
Yep.
I wanted to know what gauge this was,
0,26.
because these are some of the largest model railroad cars and locomotives you can get. So this stuff, let's take a look at this one, for example. This car here alone is, just this one alone is 40 bucks. If you were to get an HO scale, which is much smaller than this, you could find that for like 10 bucks even. But that's the way it is. The bigger a model is, the more it's going to cost. Wait till you see when we get to the front. The size of these model ships, it's just, they're worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
Standard poodle and a Doberman Pinscher mix.
Wow.
From Victoriaville. It's a Muslim dog. Do you speak Muslim?
No.
Okay,
I speak white. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, they're as you know, they're caramel in color.
That's quite a dog. That's an old dog, eh?
19 months.
Get out of here.
19 months, just a baby.
Oh,
we only got it in the last 2 days of August.
My bad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
From July. Last 2 days of July.
Beauty, eh?
Yeah, I didn't expect to see Lovely Dogs such a show like that.
This is a baby.
Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm blown away. I didn't think this was going to be such a show, really. Check this guy out. Look at that, pulling and pushing. Another high hood with a, what is that, a Canadian GP9? Sounds about right. Check out with that vintage crane. Whee! Neat. There's the man at the controls there. It's so well done, you know? Really. Oh, look at that. There's a Via there. There's an LRC. Oh wow, the sound is totally exact. Good old General Motors. Speaking of which, next to the LRC, that is a SW, I think, eh? SW switcher. And there's your old Via rail cars there, the old colors. That's what Via should have done maybe on their new order. They should have brought back these colors. See, that would have been a good idea. I don't know about these new Via rail cars. Look at all this. Holy cow. It's like that's a major rail yard right there, man. See, I had a locomotive like this when I was a kid. The damn thing was defective. It didn't work properly. It never worked properly. What happened to it? I don't know. Yeah, expensive toys for adults. And if they're for kids, well, don't break anything. Because, like, yeah. There's that CP. Cool. Well, that makes sense. Speaking of Expo Rail, here's an ad for Expo Rail right here. So if ever you're in Montreal, just south of Montreal, about half hour away, 45 minutes, half hour away, go check this out. This place is worth it. It's not a very big museum, but it's very important anyway. And you can ride that streetcar. It's usually in service, I think, from like April to October. Oh yeah, there's more here. It's really cool to see this, you know, because you don't have an opportunity usually. I don't have an opportunity often to go to this kind of a show. I don't think I think this is the only model railroad show I've ever been to. As a matter of fact. There, for you AMT fans. I still don't want to call that company EXO. I don't like that stupid EXO name. What the hell does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. What are you going to do? One of these days, man. I promise. If I ever hit the big time cash-wise, man, I want to start a train set. I mean, I walked in and there was a bunch of these 118 die-cast cars, and they're beautiful. They definitely get my attention, but they can't move, can they? You know what I mean? You could build, like, you know, a scale town for them, but they're already too big as it is. See what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna finish with. I want to make sure I've seen everything here. Like I always say, the obsession continues. And I can say that. I'm the same way as these people. I'm not any different at all. Only thing is, I probably have less stuff. The lady, she heard me. She heard that. She heard that. That's okay. But that's only from lack of funds. Look at these beautiful vintage. Oh my God, are these calendars? What are these calendars? They're booklets. Ooh, Very nice. Canadian rail car pictorial. Oh man, that looks like at least 70s or 80s. Wow. That's neat. See, that's something I would buy, like a whole collection if I had the... I'd have a lot of fun looking at that. You know, that's the thing. You guys have to keep in mind, these older folks that are here displaying this stuff and selling this stuff, they spent their lives usually collecting this stuff. So check that out. There's a Bud car. Real diesel Bud car. At, I think, I don't know, Caledonia or whatever. Oh, even from behind me I can hear that Jeep. Check that out. Where's this? Canadian Pacific Electric Lines. Wow. Grand River Railway and the Lake Erie Northern Railway. Wow, I didn't even know they had electric lines. Probably would have figured that anyway, I guess. Oh yeah. Lots of trinkets. Well, one last train set, eh? What do you think? Train, 16 coaches load. She's buzzing. Look at that, it's even got the steel cables, I think, that are in that gondola. There should be more kids here, but what are you gonna do? Oh, look, Conrail. Yeah, Conrail, which went out of business. Beautiful display. Look at all the details, man. Fantastic. Yeah, Conrail caboose. Yeah. Not many people operating any of these steam locomotives. I don't know. Maybe they're not very well made or something. Like the one I was just mentioning earlier about how it never worked properly from day one. I don't even think it spewed smoke properly. Wow, this is a massive, massive layout. Massive. You got your highway here. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about model railroads, that, you know, it's just fun to add to things, you know, like you can buy all kinds of different model cars and trucks and buses and figure out where to put this and that, and shrubs and trees and poles and houses. There's even a helicopter pad there at the hospital. Wow. What service? There's a trucking depot. I see a Kenworth I see a Kenworth T600 there. Thousands and thousands of hours, money put into this stuff, man. Big money. Look at that car wash, gas station. I see. What is it? Ford down there. Some more trucks there. Ugh. Beautiful, just beautiful. Dynamite. Oh. Yeah, worth $10. Worth every penny. Oh, but this one's got a heavy, heavy load, man. A lot of poles, lots of lumber, steel, tractors, intermodal cars. That's the first time I ever see that. Scale model, intermodal, flat cars with the stack. Très bien fait, monsieur. Vraiment, bravo, bravo. Amazing. Super. Fantastic. See, that's what's awesome is that all these sets they capture. They all. Some of them are so old they capture a different time. I mean, you know, these cars don't exist anymore. The locomotives don't exist anymore. A lot of cars don't exist anymore. This here, mills like this don't exist anymore in so a lot of places. Everything's made in China. There's a good old high hood there. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Félicitations, les gars. Great job. Vraiment, là. Just this alone is worth $10. Awesome, just awesome. Okay, so let's go look at some other stuff now, eh? Well, moving towards the end, but me, see, I'm doing it backwards. I wanted to sort of, like, in a sense, save the best for last, because what's coming up here, just one of these boats alone, they're so big, they're so massive, they probably take as much work as one of those big train sets, so I figured I'll save that for last, which is at the entrance. And look, there's a map of Laval. Here in this school that I don't remember the name, and it doesn't matter anyway. Look at this old alumni, holy mackerel. Chamonix Catholic High School. Anyway, moving right along. Moving right along. And then there's the man again with these vintage beer cases. There's a story behind that, eh? You're a picker,
I got
right?
2 of them.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I understand the disease very well. And this is all a part of this wonderful disease that, like I keep saying, one day maybe I'll be able to start up again. But frankly, I'm not very optimistic about that, because I think ideally if you have a train set, you should have a basement. If you don't have a basement or a garage, man. One time I used to do cleaning for seniors, and there was this guy in DeCarry. I walk in his apartment. No joke, he had like a 2.5 apartment, like 1-bedroom apartment. The whole place, the whole living room was a train set. It was just very special. I was looking at that 62 Bel Air. I used to have this die-cast. Look, the guy only wants $40 for it. That's pretty good, considering it's in the box, you know. Yeah, I used to buy a lot of die-cast cars, man. I used to buy a lot of them, but they just accumulated dust. And again, I got back in. My interest changed, and I got back into building model kits. I'm surprised there's no model kits. There's nobody selling model kits here, it seems. Check this out, man. More trains. Oh my God, look at that. PCC streetcar. That looks like the famous Rio Grande locomotive, I think, eh? Jesus, I just had that locomotive on the cover of a magazine I had recently.
You like that one, eh?
Sure, that's beautiful. That's a legend, isn't it? Congratulations. I'm sure this is nothing compared to what you have at home, right? Look at that truck. Holy mackerel, look at this thing.
It's called a galloping goose.
Yeah, that's a custom job if I ever saw one. Never heard of that in my life. But you know what they say, where there's a will, there's a way. There's a typical, pretty modern CN locomotive, even though I don't think it's very old, but it doesn't look new either. Look at these ships. I have to show them to you, these ships, these guys on this side, because the lighting isn't good on that side. So this is what I was talking about. Look at these things. It's unbelievable. I mean, if a guy takes like a year to build one of these, or a year even, can he even stay married? Is it possible? Tall ships. Look at this one. Look at this battleship here. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Check out this sub here. Wow, wowie, wow. It's like they require so much attention just to look at them that it's like, why I don't even know if I can want to look at what's over here, you know? Oh my God, the guy has a Jeep. He has a Jeep Wagoneer diecast. I see it. I see it. I'm looking at it. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. So yeah, the gentleman I met before, he's got apparently quite a collection of vintage car ads, much older than most of the ones I have. So I definitely have to get together with him again. Look, there's a lady doing maintenance here. She's next to me. She's going to take a picture too because she can't believe it either. It's just, it's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. The dedication, you know, it's just... No offense to you kids watching this. I couldn't see any of you building any of this stuff. Even when I was a kid, I don't think I would have seen myself. I don't think this because, you know, patience comes with age. Because the patience you need for these kinds of things. I don't know. I don't think I could compare anything except, like I said, those model railroads you saw. Maybe even more patience, actually.
This one, you know, the patient put all this thread together.
Exactly. Like the lady just said, just to put all that threading together.
Yeah, put this thread together, you know how difficult.
Seriously, look at that. How do you do that? I mean, like, really? That's just some RC models beeping behind me. I'll get to those in a moment. Just gorgeous. So now you get an idea why I fell off the 118 models, because the 118 models, you bought them, you take them out of the box, you put them on the shelf and they accumulate dust. But when you build something, it's very satisfying, even if it's challenging because you did it. Like, for example, I'm thinking about that Boeing 747 I want to put together one day. Maybe when I'm older I'll buy a ship model, but I don't know. Okay, so what else is there? There's models. There's more models. There's some nice models. That's a Lincoln, I think. And I had this one. Gone. Sold it. Sold them all. All gone. Ooh, what's that? Challenger. Or is it a CUDA? I think it's a CUDA. It's crazy. Look at that Beamer. It's crazy how expensive some of these models I've gotten, actually. There's a company called Boss, and they make some that are 118, and they make all the cars I love. I don't have the money for them, you know? Look at that, 94. That's when I graduated. Not from here, though. Here for you guys who like RC stuff. I'm not into it, but, you know, whatever. I like anything of scale. Oh, no way. There's a diecast for a 77 Plymouth Fury? Oh, my Lord. You gotta be kidding me. Torino. They built the Volkswagen van that was in the TV show Lost. It's funny because I remember specifically about something about that. Look at this Jeep with a plow here. Check this out, Unibeton. You've seen me film their trucks I don't know how many times.
Aïe aïe! Oh, Pascal! Est-ce que ça pourrait embarquer sur le camion l'auto?
Trippy.
Ben là, ça c'est un towing. Ben c'est la
Oh, I'm sure it must be only $600 probably.
Oh,
right?
towing, c'est en panne.
Ouais, en panne ou s'effondrer dans une rivière. Un lac, right? Peut-être pas effondrer, c'est le bon mot, mais j'étais un tête carré. Fait que... Belle collection, monsieur. Vraiment, là.
Si on n'aurait rien, on n'aurait pas eu au cinéma après.
More boats. This one's interesting. It looks like it's unfinished. More diecast. I used to have this one. What is this gorgeous green car here? Oh, it's a 60 Ford Starliner. Starlana. Look at that beautiful Super B. That's what the school is called. Now it's called Laval Junior Academy. Be inspired. Keep moving forward. Show enthusiasm. This sounds like the job I got. They got stuff like this in the walls. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my God, 63 Galaxy, 53 Chevy, 61 Country Squire, all things I love. This one I used to have, but it was a hardtop. All gone. So that's about it, guys. Man, I wish I had a Timmy's in here right now. Boy, it's going to be hard to come up with a thumbnail for this video. It's unbelievable. Oh, the gentleman here, he has a remote control. That means these things actually do function. Actually go in the water, and that would be something to see. That would be something to see. Bunch of military stuff here. Well, there you go, guys. Oh, there's a bunch of plastic kits. This is what I was wondering about. Oh man, there's the truck. There's my truck I have, my Dodge. Wonder how much it is. I got a deal on mine. Oh, look at these trucks. Oh, no way, in Mac RCs. Oh my God, I wish 25 bucks. That's cheap. I want it. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's not a 125 scale. Oh my God, look at the trucks this guy has. Oh man, and they're good prices too. Look at this one. 30 bucks. Oh my God, this guy's got all the trucks I want. There's my Diamond Rio. 50 bucks, man. I bought that thing at I bought that model for like I think 30 bucks, 35 bucks at Udisco a few years ago. Oh my lordy, look at what we have here. Meccano. This is not just like kiddie Meccano, this is serious adult Meccano. That's for sure, man. Look at that, if you're an oil tycoon, you have that on your desk in your office, you know, and just, right? C'est vrai. That's really cool, man. That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. Look at this. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Amazing. What an amazing show. Holy cow, Larone, eat your heart out. See, the show must go on. You said it, man. Ça, c'est des kits qui sont venus comme ça, là.
Non,
ils sont tous custom made.
c'est ça. Le cerveau.
They're all custom made.
Juste le cerveau.
Amazing, amazing. Like I just said, kept saying at the show, where there's a will, there's a way. And always remember, guys, if you start something, you have to finish it. Because moi, il y a des gens, je rencontre, I have this project. I said, yeah, that's why I only ever have one project. Parce que si je me fais d'autres projets, je vais pas les finir.
C'est ça.
It's true. You know? Moi, je suis dans le plastique. Tu sais, that's, ça, c'est mon trip, là, tu sais. Je vais parler, monsieur. Oh my God, look at all these kids. That's what I want, police van. Okay, I'm going to stop this here and look at this. So I hope you enjoyed this, and take it easy. Bye.